Man, I just had to cover this guy, man. He makes me giggle. He does. He makes me giggle. He reminds me of one of the guys that were in the clubhouse sitting at the end of the bar. He was the life of the party, just having all kinds of fun, wasn't threatening any of that type of stuff. Anybody could walk up to him and just have a killer time, a killer party. Uh, that's what he reminds me of. He is Breeze, and he's been under the tutelage of Rick over at VPS, and he started off interviewing all that good stuff, and then he became part of his show, and now he has his own channel, and it's informative, it's funny, it's a lot of stuff that you really don't find in the biker niche, other than, maybe shade tree surgeon and stuff like that. But this is just somebody you got to check out. And by the way, man, now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm thinking about it, I do owe VPS an apology. And, I'd be the first one to admit when I'm wrong. And I remember having him on the show a long time ago. It had to do with that deal with the water dogs and the banditos. I was kind of hostile because I was talking about the situation, and so was he. My information was coming from the major club, and he took a deep dive into it. And it ends up he was right about that. So I have to apologize for that one. But they got some great content over there when these two get together. You're going to love it, man. I'm telling you. His channel is Rolling Free TV, man. He had Bob there from Biker News Canada, which I forgot, Bob. I'm busy. Yes, you're one of the ones to watch. It was in a live or something I put in Black Dragon's thing, because they had a discussion about these creators pulling down their videos and stuff. I'm like, don't you ever do that, man. If you stand behind your stuff, don't ever pull it, no matter what the haters say, any of that kind of stuff. And one of the things I said, these are the channels that are worth watching. The others, to me, ain't worth watching, worth a shit, if you ask me. But Biker News Canada is right in there. He does international type of stuff. And when I talked about the ones that I really watch, it's because they keep it professional, especially in biker news stuff. Me and Black Dragon do a lot of commentary, a lot of editorial type of stuff. Bob from Biker News Canada, he covers a lot of the international stuff, because let's be quite frank, I don't know crap about what's going on in Canada. I don't know crap about what's going on in Australia. Those guys are freaking batshit crazy over there. We just give a, quick overview of news that's happening there. So Bob comes right in. I know he was right up on there when I said, them Canucks, man. There's something else. But anyway, and Ricky, from BPS, I consider more of an investigative reporter type of stuff. He really digs down into these stories where a lot of us really don't have time to get all into it like that. So he's more the investigative type. Then he has his cohort Breeze on there, a little comedic relief. Like I said, he reminds me of Larry the Cable Guy, man. Larry the Cable Guy is one of my favorites. Maybe we should call Breeze like something biker guy or something like that. He wears the overalls and all that. He's just funny. Here is his, he does a lot of lives, it looks like. A lot of good topics on this one. Yesterday he had Biker News Canada on. He talked about the Mongols deal, bad look for a respected club. And the Mongols they're one of the toppest tier clubs around. Everybody knows that I have biases and stuff like that, so I'm not going to go into why. But my video yesterday set off all these protocol channels, man, because I was talking about, half of this crap that's going on now didn't exist until these protocol guys just started pulling it out of their ass. But anyway, gang politics affecting the culture. He really has some good stuff rolling with VPS, Harley Davidson encounters. He used to be a prospect for 81, the Hells Angels. So he's got experience within this. He was talking about how bad, which, if you piss in the wind wrong nowadays, you're put out bad, when it used to be only 3 freaking or 4 things that got you thrown out of the club out bad. But now everybody, you piss in the wind wrong. He goes into his journey into being a prospect for the Hells Angels. He talked about the Denver Getdown, which was the Iron Order deal with the Mongols, how he went to jail for the Hells Angels. He's given stories, and that is what old bikers used to do, man. They sit around, tell big tales. It's kind of like, oh yeah, I went fishing and caught a huge freaking fish. It's those kind of stories, but they're the fun ones. Everybody sat around, told the stories, told lies about how they got the baddest chick around. Or I rode 1,000,000 miles in winter on my scooter. That kind of stuff. That's what he reminds me of. So I just, I wanted to talk about and introduce him to the biker space. Hopefully everybody goes over, checks him out. It is funny what you should do, because I work a lot on, with cars and bikes and all kinds of stuff. And all I do is have it on in the background, him and VPS. I like when they start bantering. When they banter back and forth, that is funny as hell. So you're going to get some good information with him. You're also going to get some laughs with him. Something that is being needed in our biker niche. Like I said, one of the only other fun ones is Shade Tree Surgeon. And it's kind of funny how it breaks the mundane, if you will, because most of the time on our channel, it's biker news, man. We're talking about this one, freaking all the events going on in the diamond scene, and there's a lot of bad stuff. So they break it up, and it's gives you a giggle. If if you watch them, it's gonna give you a giggle. I'm telling you, man. So go over, watch his show, and watch the other channels, like Biker News Canada, Mike Ball, Black Dragon, Dibber in the Wind. Dibs is awesome for freaking actually motorcycle history. He's the godfather, we call him. He's over in England. And even he talks about how things vary over there compared to over here, and how a lot of these protocol channels are batshit crazy. They didn't even hear about the stuff that's happening over there. So watch him. And again, Biker News Canada, man, I forgot about you. When I get in one of them moods, it's like I can't remember everybody. But those are really the only guys that I watch. Again, Mike Ball, I watch him for the politics. It's better watching him than Fox News or CNN. He really deep dives. He's really got in to the politics. I think he's running for office, if I'm not mistaken. Haven't dropped by in a while on him. But good stuff right there. Then, of course, Professional Monkey, man, if you're into Harleys and all that. or the Sturges. So there's a lot of good people out there to watch, but I really recommend checking out Breeze and course VPS with their banner, man. It's funny as hell. Let me know what you guys think, man. I know everybody has haters, man, and they go back and forth. It's just funny. Anyway, don't forget Insane Throttle Music, man. We got a lot of cool stuff happening over on the music channel on YouTube, as well as Spotify and all that good stuff. Rock on.
Insane Throttle, your official Google News source for everything biker. Thanks for riding with us. Smash that subscribe button. Check out InsaneThrottleNews.com for the latest updates and join the insanity today.
Insane Throttle Outlaw Rock, featuring Insane Throttle and Defiant Afterlife. Get your playlist full of pure rock and metal. Spotify, YouTube. Subscribe and crank it up.
Now I'm back in the